Yo, what's going on? In this video I'm going to be showing you how to edit the loot that dinos drop on your Ark PS4 server, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long.
If you want to get more players, grow your community and manage your community all in one place, then go to arkps4servers.com and add your server today. We also have downloadable game ini files and a server setup service so you can get your server up and running in minutes instead of hours. Build your community today. Go to arkps4servers.com. Yo, what's going on? I'm Cartere from arkps4servers.com, teaching you how to be better. And before we get into showing you how to do this, I'm going to prove that it actually works by showing you some footage of me testing it out and making sure it works. So yeah, let's fling you to that. So I have tested this code out and it does work. It does work. As you can see, I've got 10, 20, 34 bowlers and a bunch of bowler blueprints from this Rex that I just spawned in. However, when I tried to do this on Dillos or Dilos, those did not work for me, so I'm unsure how this works for each specific dino. But I think for big dinos like Rexes that generally drop things, you may have more success. So in order to prove it to you, to show you that I'm not lying, let's spawn in another Rex. Ooh, what happened there? Okay, I guess that Rex he didn't like being spawned in because I was on my Griffin. Alright, here's a Rex. Let's actually passive. Heck of my stacks, you cheeky bastard. Are you telling me there's a Dillo around here? That's annoying. There's a Dillo over there. And as you can see, we've got Mastercraft assault rifles, which is what we edited in the actual inventory of the Rex. But let's actually check out a Dillo, since the Dillo's right here trying to get involved in action. Let's see if the Dillo gives us anything, which I highly believe it will not, because it hasn't up to this point. No, you can just drag it. I don't know what's going on with the Dillo. Maybe it's because Dillos don't usually have things that they drop, so that may be a factor. So you may want to only edit the inventories of dinos that actually drop stuff on a regular basis, and I think you'll have way less problems there. So yeah, let's get back to how to actually import this code, and yeah, we'll finish off the video. Peace out. So now you know that it works, let's show you exactly how to do it. Now there is a site called Nitrado, which is a site that I have mentioned in my previous videos. They do have a lot of great features on this site, but unfortunately the main language is German, so you may not be able to understand everything that you're doing on the site. But that's where I come along, because I can test it out and make sure everything's working fine. So basically there is this tool called the config override loot crates beta. Let's see, is it override loot crates? I believe this is where we go to. Yes, so as you can see, it says tools on the left. They actually changed the site. They've actually upgraded it, which is good. It's good to see that they're upgrading it and whatnot. I'm interested to see what they do with the site in the future. But yeah, what you can do with this, you can also edit, you know, normal loot crates, but I highly suggest using Beacon for that because it's in English and it seems like a better system. But you can definitely use this site to edit the dino drops. And what you want to do is you want to just click on this drop down menu and then pick the dino in question. Let's use the same one that I used in my example. No, actually, let's use a different one because you already know that you can do Rexes. Let's do the RG. So once you pick that, it will refresh and it will bring you back to basically the same page, and then you can just pick whatever item you want to be there. I don't know what FR means, but I'm assuming that's some sort of mod, so I wouldn't suggest using any of that. Just use the stuff that you know of and understand. So let's go with a flare gun, and then it's the same as what I did in the Beacon loot, editing loot drops tutorial. you just want to the item entry weight will be the percentage of how common it is for this item to be the thing that's dropped. So as you can see, you can have 2 items or you can have multiple items per set. We're going to go with 1 item per set, so 100% is good enough. But if you was to go with 2 items, you may want to make this, you know, 70, make the other one 30 or 50-50, whatever, whichever one you want to appear more when the dino's killed and it drops loot. That's the one that you'll have with a high percentage. Then you have the minimum and maximum. This is the minimum of loot that's dropped and the maximum amount of loot that's dropped. Now, as you saw in the example, it seemed that I actually got a bunch of blueprints. So instead of getting like, instead of being, you know, if you put a blueprint in here, you may get like 7 blueprints if the minimum isn't 1. So if you want to do blueprints for each specific item, then I highly suggest well, if you want to do blueprints, I highly suggest you make a specific item. You pick whatever item you want to do. Let's do a bees buffalo saddle, and then you go force blueprint, make that 100%, and then do minimum 1, maximum 2 if you're being generous. And then you'll have, you know, a item where it's just going to be the blueprint. Because if you do it over here, you might, and you're like, okay, I want maybe 1 flare gun, sometimes you want 3 flare guns, then you may end up with 3 blueprints. But again, I guess you won't really put that many flare guns in something, so it's not that deep. But yeah, then you can pick the minimum quality to the maximum quality, which is, you know, it explains itself. Already explained force blueprint. If you set it to true, then it will force it to be a blueprint. If it's false, then it will have a chance to be a blueprint. And that's how you do that. And once you've done your set 1, you need to do a set 2. You have to do this if you want to edit dino drops. If you don't do at least 2 sets, then it won't work. So you just want to do another set over here. Let's say we do C4 charges. We got minimum 1, maximum 5, 0% chance to be a blueprint, because who wants a C4 charge blueprint? That is terrible. And everything's primitive. Bob's your uncle. That's good stuff. And then you just want to go to the bottom and you want to go to save settings. You can also go to delete all crates if you want to delete everything that you've done before, but I don't think that's highly necessary. So now we've saved all these items. You'll see all your code in here, and it also gives you a little tutorial on how to do it. But obviously this is the tutorial, so you don't need that. So basically it will show you, it will basically have like a little break between each dino that you've picked. So as you can see, here's the Argentavis. If you haven't already got the config override supply crate items in there, then you want to copy that as well. But personally, we have got that in our game ini file, so we don't need that. You just want to copy everything below it if that's the case, starting from the brackets and the supply crate string. And then you just copy that, you bring that to your game ini, and you just want to paste that at the bottom. As you can see, I've done, you know, enters or returns after each of these, so I can clearly see what's going on and I can clearly get in there and edit that. I don't think this affects it whatsoever. I think it's all fine if you do this. And then you want to save, and obviously stop your server before you do any of this. If you haven't watched my how to use expert mode video, go watch that, because I'm tired of going over how to do this in every video, because it seems like people make this mistake so much because they don't know how to use expert mode. So definitely check out that video. Just go to my channel, go to how to use expert mode, and that will show you what you need to do in order to make any expert mode changes. And then once you've done this, you just save, restart, Bob's your uncle. You got edited dino drops on your server. I hope this video helped you guys out. If you've got any questions or any other tutorials you want me to make, please leave those in the comment section down below. Shit, I forgot. This video was actually requested by a gentleman. I totally forgot to say your name, my friend. Let's bring you up. So sorry about that. Totally forgot, because, you know, I had to do a lot of testing to make sure that this worked out. But Dylan Massey asked for this. He was like, would you be able to do a video about how to do dino drops? And Here we are, Dylan Massey. Hope you like it. Hope you watched all the way through to the end, so you heard me saying your name. Comment down below if you did. And yeah, that is the video. We are done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next Ark Survival Evolved PS4 tutorial. If you want to host your own Ark server, then I recommend renting one from Nitrado. They're also the official server provider for Wildcard. Go to jcartere.com/Nitrado to rent your own Ark server and help out the channel in the process.
It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long. So all this warmth I share with you.